Good morning and welcome back to the 4-Door Savage YouTube channel. Hope you liked the last episode when I went to the track. Went up there, got some cool footage. If you haven't seen that, check out King of the Hill No Prep. It's probably right below this video here, somewhere in there. Anyways, got a really cool project. Thought you'd like to see this. This fellow's name is Jason. He came all the way from Indiana, Evansville, Indiana, up that way. And he's brought his truck down here to me to get ready for War in the Woods No Prep. That's in Brown County Dragway. And let's show you what we got going on here. We have got a Ranger, round body Ranger, Ford Ranger. And this guy here runs the True Streak class in the No Prep events. He's had a pretty good run so far. He's won the last 2 events that he's been in this year. Got himself a Steve Schmidt competition engine from Indianapolis, Indiana. Really nice looking piece. Anyways, just got one kit on it here. Induction Solutions Saturday Night Special. We're going to change this out to a Induction Solutions, what they call a Holy Moly plate. It's a 2-stage plate. It'll flow, I believe, 1,000 horsepower, 500 and 500 on each stage. We're not going to hit it that hard, but we're going to get this thing probably on about 450, 500. He's on 200 now and doesn't quite have enough to feel comfortable going to the finals, but it runs pretty fast, 28-10-5. Absolutely beautiful work. I mean, the welds on the cage, and this thing is just beautiful. Beautiful truck. Well built. We got some Kirkies in here. Very nice truck. What I like about it is it's well built, but it's still kind of caveman. It's got a just a basic MSD ignition on it, and I'm going to add a 4-stage retard to that. Handle the nitrous retards. Nice race wire solutions, switch panel. I mean, this thing has the best of the best when it comes to equipment, wiring. I mean, really pretty. Apparently, he had this truck wired at Race Wire Solutions themselves did it. Just to give you an idea, this is his bulkhead connector here. And this thing here just turns and comes off. It's pretty sweet. Alternator wire. I mean, quick connects. Very nice truck. Super nice. Anyways, follow along. We're going to put another stage on this thing, test it in the road, and then test it up at a local track near us and get him ready for War in the Woods. Now, some of you may wonder why a new distributor, why these MSD parts. This thing already has, obviously, a nice MSD ignition, MSD distributor, nothing wrong with it, pro billet, everything just fine with this combo. The reason we're changing this distributor I'm going to show you is the diameter of the cap. Hard for you to see, but the diameter of this cap is real small. The diameter of that cap on that distributor is very large, and this gets complicated for some of y'all if you don't know nitrous, but when you spray nitrous on a motor, you need to retard the ignition timing down. You need to pull it down. So if you got 36 degrees total timing, you're going to want to back it off. Just a rule of thumb, let's say 4 degrees for every 100 horsepower. So if you're spraying a 200 shot of nitrous, you're going to want to pull about 8 degrees. Don't quote me on that. You might blow your junk up. You might be slow. It might not do anything. But I'm telling y'all, it's about rule of thumb. So I need to find a way to pull timing down. This ignition box already has a way. It can pull up to 10 degrees. It cannot pull any more than that. It can only do it once. So if you want to add a second stage of nitrous, there's no way to pull more timing. Also, the big cap, once you start pulling a lot of timing on these small caps, it's going to fire the rotor in a different position. So if you're retarding the timing, if you retard it too much, it'll actually crossfire to another cap, another post on the cap. And that's going to give you a great big backfire and usually destroy a whole bunch of stuff. Bend valves, bend carburetor, it's terrible. So you need to be able to pull timing safely and not lose your rotor phasing. That's what we're doing here. We're going to put a crank trigger on this. Instead of the MSD picking up the signal from the distributor and firing to the distributor, we're going to pick up a signal on the crank trigger, send it to the box. The box will then fire the coil and the new distributor, which is much larger, and I'm going to put a 4-stage retard on that box there, piggyback, and get this thing where it can pull more timing. Take a look at these parts, and I'll try to explain this more as I go. A little more technical episode here, but let's get him ready for this War in the Woods. Let's go. Got these parts unboxed. This is what it looks like. MSD multi-retard. We're able to pull nitrous on this box for 1, 2, 3, 4 kits. It gives us 9 degrees of retard per kit, so technically we can pull, what, 36 degrees of timing, so down to 0, but I'm pretty sure it'll break a crank if we go that low. Anyways, got restart retard. This here tells you how to set it up for if it's you know, a mag pickup, a Ford, or General Motors, or a crank trigger. So for crank trigger, I need to put this on 0. I'm going to hook 1 stage of nitrous to both retards here. We have an option to pull up to 20 degrees on one kit, and another one for 20 degrees on one kit. Then again, setting number 2 would equal an 8-cylinder, 3 is a 60, you know, that sort of thing. This is what's called a crank trigger. This goes on the front of the engine. It's got a sensor. This sensor picks up magnets. There's a magnet right there, and another magnet there, and there, and there. So this goes around and it picks up that sensor and it tells it where number 1 is. And now it'll give you a whole quarter turn revolution before it wants to fire any more cylinders. It picks up number 1, then it just starts shooting off 1, 8, 4, 3, 6, 5, 7, 2, 1. 8, 4, 3, 6, 5, 7, 2, 1. And then it'll move around that way. It'll keep going round and round and round. And that's how it picks up for the indexing on number 1. This is the large cap I'm telling you about. I'm going to get the old distributor out. I'm going to show you exactly the difference in these two distributors and why we choose such a unit here. Let's get to work. Okay, got the alternator mounted up. You see the crank trigger on there. You see the sensor on there and the pulley. Everything's back on now. The mandrel for here, it protrudes out, you know, another 1/4 inch because that's what the spacer thickness is, you know, the crank trigger. Anyways, the bolt will not reach all the way through and grab the thread. It's not long enough. Really hard to source a bolt. So I've taken the mandrel, this billet aluminum piece, over to Converter Dave at Big T Transmissions. He is cutting it down for me, and then I'm going to pick it up in the morning and get back to installing the crank mandrel, the belt for the vacuum pump, get the vacuum pump spaced out, put the radiator back, and that'll be all in the next episode. Hope you enjoyed this one. Just gives you an idea kind of what goes into it. There's actually quite a few hours just, you know, condensed down in the last, 10 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever you've been watching here if you made it this far. Next one, you're going to see radiator go in, plate go on it, the bottles get mounted. We're going to mount the bottles in a super cool way. Got some awesome brackets coming from Nitrous Express. Going to wire it in. It's already pre-terminated for the second kit. Just got to plumb that up and flow the kits. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode. Remember, like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much for helping me grow this channel. If you'd like more builds like this, more action like you saw in the last one, stay tuned. There's a lot more coming, a lot more super cool cars all around me. Thanks again. See you on the next one.